An operator given the task of repairing data in a work file will appreciate the variety of search options that Unibase offers. Let's see what these are. By correcting our zip code file in the student subdirectory. Once we're in the file, we press the Help key and we look at these 8 search options. The first one we'll use is End of File to find out how many records are in this file. And we see there are 4,932. And the last record is a bit strange. Someone must have been playing with this file other than us. So how do we go back to the beginning? Since we had an end of file, let's press Help. And sure enough, we have a beginning of file. Option L. We press that and we're back at record 1. What else can we do? Error flag is certainly a useful search function. If your operators use error flags to denote problem data, it's nice to be able to find them. Are there any in this file? We'll use option H and see what happens. Okay, we've got the word searching, and we have a counter that is ascending through the file. Unibase is letting us know that it's working hard. It has to search every single character of every single field of every single record to make sure it doesn't miss any of these error flags. We're at record 2004. Let's correct this. Since this is Greensboro, North Carolina, I press function key 9, hit the letter N. Are there any more error flags? Let's press Help and let's do H. And our counter picks up where we left off, and it's still searching forward to see if it can find any more error flags. Here's another one for Washington, D.C. I will press function key 9 and correct that error flag to the letter T. What should we try now? Let's press Help. How about I for record number? Let's look for record number 1000. Again, we have our searching message, and we can tell by the counter that we're searching forward in this file, and we stopped at record 1000, which is New York City. Let's try a different record number. This time, we'll put in 4000. Now this one's a little different. Notice that the counter is decreasing. Pretty smart piece of software. Now we're at record 4000 and we're in Houston, Texas. Press Help. One more. Record 2. But I guess that was too easy for it. We got there pretty fast. What if we don't know the record number and don't have an error flag? What else might help us find the record we want? Well, that's what these 2 items, field content and character sequence, are for. Field content, in general, restricts the search to fields that are equal to the number of characters that you key. Let's look for the state of Oklahoma in this file. We're going to use the field content because the state field is only 2 characters, and that choice will only look at 2 character fields. We key OK, the abbreviation for the state of Oklahoma, press field release, and the search takes off. Let's see. There's Oklahoma at record 527. This is Oklahoma City. Now we want to do it again. But if we choose field content again, we're going to be forced to put in the letters OK. Alright, that could get a little frustrating though. Now we're in Tulsa. We have another way of doing it. We have an item called Repeat Last Search. And when we choose that one, Unibase again takes off from where we left off and is still looking, notice, for the OK. We didn't have to key it again. Here's another Tulsa. And we're at record 1314. Suppose we decide we only want the Tulsa entries, not all the entries for Oklahoma. This time we'll use a character sequence search because the city field is much larger than the 5 characters in Tulsa. We'll press Help, we'll choose item K for character sequence, and we'll key in Tulsa and press Enter. And we're searching, and we're searching, and we think we may have a problem here. Let's press Help. We get this interrupt search. We can key a Y, or we can key any other character, and the search will continue. But let's look at what we have here. Tulsa, when we put it in, was all uppercase. But if you remember when we were doing these searches, the city were given in upper and lower case. So let's go ahead and interrupt our search by keying a Y. Let's do character sequence again. And this time, we'll put Tulsa in upper and lower case. And we're still searching. Do we have another problem? Perhaps. Let's interrupt our search. Where did we leave off? We're back to record 1314, which is where we left off on this search. But we didn't get this one. Why is that? Look at this search option. We're searching in a forward direction. Okay, that sounds reasonable. But when we started this search, our cursor was on the state field, and going forward meant it was going to start from record 1314. Maybe we should start at the beginning. So let's go ahead and go to beginning of file, do a character sequence, put in Tulsa again. Now we started from the beginning, and we should find an occurrence of Tulsa. Yep, record 667. Okay. A character string search means just that. It will even cross field boundaries. Let's go back to the beginning of the file, and let's do a character sequence search on 601W, and let's see what happens. This time our 601 is the last 3 digits of the zip code, and the W is the first character of the city. So 601W was located even though it crossed a field boundary. A character sequence search means it will find those characters wherever they occur. We haven't covered format search yet, and this batch only has one format, but we can at least see what this option might do. We choose format number, O, press it, Unibase asks for the format number. Okay, we'll play along. Let's give it 01, and it wants to know first use or non-use. If we key Y for first use, we get the next occurrence of format 1. In this case, record 178. If we try it again, O for format number, put in our 1, and tell it N for non-use, we're going to be searching for an awfully long time because there is no other format than format 1 in this file. So we'll press Help so we get our search interrupted again. There's one more trick Unibase has to help you in your search. See this word forward in red? The period key is a toggle switch, and it toggles it between reverse and forward. So if you know your item is near the end of the file, you can go to the end with Option M and do a reverse search. Let's try our character sequence again with Tulsa. And this time we're counting backwards in the file. And we'll see if we can find a Tulsa near the end of the file instead of at the beginning of the file. Found it at record 3,989, and our first one was at record 667. Okay, that's it for searches. You can do some fancier field content searches. The how-to is in the online help. We hold down the Shift key and press function key 1. We page down to item J, and here are the instructions for both ranges for certain characters or specific choices of characters. But you can try these on your own if you like.